have you with us from First Bank Stadium in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Utah Utes and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Checking in with the Vandy head coach before the game, he is thrilled to be back at his alma mater. All of the things that make this place so special, he is so familiar with. And he knows that he can bring this place to a better than a top 25 finish. He understands that they were good last year, but that was not enough. He is ready to take this team to the top here at home. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So Utah's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. He'll bring it out. It's Barnett. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Alexander. Open space at the 25. Racing down the left side. The 30. The 20. The inside. And he scores! Touchdown Doors! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day 1, game 1. Make that first impression.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. To the air, it's Dampier. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. It's Alexander.
And I can't wait to watch the Vanderbilt Commodores moving forward, because without Diego Pavia, what does this squad look like? Eli Stowers was a baller, too, who just went to the NFL in the 1st-round pick at tight end. It's a new era. Can they sustain this offense that they've had the last couple of years?
Got a little grass. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
The Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Here's a heat. He's open on the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Dumps it to the back. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Makes a catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commodores.
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Dampier. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. trying to create some confusion. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Turning it on! They get him on the ground. Boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Back to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert to 2nd and short.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Running inside. It's Alexander.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Snags it, and there's running room. Tag! Touchdown, Vandy! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll run for it. It's Parker. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Fires left. With the catch, it's Andrews. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like that back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that.
There's a crease. The tag into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And he puts through the extra point. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Takes the handoff. It's Alexander. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Buying some time. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Makes the catch, and he's free. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Commodores look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Adams. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with...
There's some room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. There he goes! 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Looking for a man. It's Dampier. With the catch, it's Andrews. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
A nice job by the quarterback there working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking for a big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands. It's Carroll. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Throwing on the run. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Runs it into the house. Touchdown Doors. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Timeout call by the Utes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He'll bring it out. It's Brave. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Dampier. He's got him. On the move at the caught, and he's got room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop him. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Escapes the pressure going right. Throws into the middle of the field. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Taking it the other way. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with the Texas State Bobcats taking on the number 7 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Bobcats looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Andrews. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Again, it's Parker. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Finds his man. It's Parker. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. On target. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Utes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet...
Snags it and he's open. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Quickly complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's going for the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Hit as he throws. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Wide open downfield. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. The Commodores will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
You know, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
To the air on second down. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Finds the big tight end. And it's caught, and he is stopped short. You have to get past the marker on that route.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score.
Maybe some room here. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. This time he wants to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Commodores! Fitted in the window for the score.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Bray. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Snagged out of the air. Breaks into the open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll try to do it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Utah! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barnett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnett. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking down the left side. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future, and, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down.
A shot toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Utes!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And the extra point is good. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. The run inside, it's Alexander. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? With 1:52 seconds left, the defense will use a timeout trying to get the football back. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Pressure coming. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Still 2nd down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. blasted as he lets it go. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Third down play from the gun. Touchdown, Utah! They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Now the Utes take a timeout and they don't have any more left. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. The Commodores lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. A designed run for the quarterback. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoil.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd